You know when you've worked out for 3 days in a row and you're so proud of yourself, but then the morning of day 4 comes and you think, well, I did so good, so it's okay if I miss today. I can just work out tomorrow. And then tomorrow came and went, and you are now back in the same cycle. It's the last Friday of May, and those of you in the free community wanted me to talk about staying consistent in your workouts, so I'm going to dive a little deeper on consistency for you today. Consistency isn't about showing up and getting it done. Consistency is about doing the right things that specifically you need to be doing. It's about having the clarity to know what habits you need to be working on that fit with your life and not what influencer Jessica is doing. This is funny because I actually follow a lady named Jessica because she does really good workouts. But anyways, I used to watch the morning routines, both, morning routine, night routine, and gym routines, and even from moms. But I realized that their life looks a lot different than mine. They may be in different situations than me. And so I need to create a routine and be consistent in a way that makes the most sense to me. Because again, consistency isn't about doing it perfect every day. Consistency is about creating a habit that is actually easy and fun for you in the beginning and helps you to become better over time. You see, most women, both moms, single ladies, whatever season of life you're in, you try to get a complete transformation in one day and try to overhaul your life in one night. And you get stressed out and completely overwhelmed. And then you just give up because you think it's impossible. But what's actually possible is that when you create a habit that is easy to come back to, it actually energizes you. And so your mind can go from this place of it needs to be perfect to it needs to be practical. Or thinking this is so frustrating to thinking this feels frictionless. And as God's daughter, He would much rather you rest in His faithfulness and watch you put in those daily efforts that He can multiply. He can do the heavy lifting. And I promise you, you will feel the load get lighter day by day. And I know you can do it because I remember you're a daughter of the King. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Remember, Paul talked about that when he was in prison, in chains, for preaching the gospel. And he had experienced wealth and fame and notoriety before he came to Jesus. And then in prison, he experienced lack and he had nothing. So he knew in that moment when he spoke those words, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So don't forget that. And if you're serious about going from distracted to disciplined or scatterbrained to structured, go apply for Diligent Daughters Academy. The doors open on July 2026. We already have applications coming in, and some ladies have secured their spot. So go apply with the link in the show notes if you're serious about living out the call that God has placed on your life to be a woman of God that is diligent, disciplined, and laughs at the fear of the future. I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Daughters of the King. If this podcast episode blessed you, challenged you, and encouraged you, it would bless me so big for you to leave a review and help this podcast be spread to the ends of the earth to women who, just like you, need that reminder that they are a daughter of the King. Thanks so much again for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode.